those 3 items are paid and ready to ship. What is up, guys? Luke from Luke Learns, back on an eBay kind of video today. It's how I ship my packages for beginners. I just started a couple months ago, and I might have some input. So down here I have some Tony Hawk Tech Deck stuff in a box, and we're gonna actually just go over how I ship the bigger stuff. I purposely didn't change any of the listing stuff, so I can show you guys that. So all I did, first of all, was I wrapped each piece in bubble wrap. That is my bubble wrap. It's just like 14 pieces, and I don't even know if this box is big enough. I just went and got it out of my car. Bruno. There's your stock Bruno. Here's the box. Obviously, Bruno wants to play. All you're gonna do is just make sure the thing's not gonna get all ripped up. I'm gonna use bubble wrap just because it's at hand, but you can use your newspaper or anything else. I just want to make sure the bottom of the box has a little little layer just for added protection. These are Tech Deck pieces, so they have like a hard plastic. I just feel like better safe than sorry on a lot of things. I've had some stuff break already, and it's just better safe than sorry. So I just layered the bottom. Now I'm gonna lay in my parts. You can kind of just see that I'm jigsaw puzzling these in here, so they're kind of flat on top of each other. I think I might be like one piece too many as far as making it all fit in this one box. Seriously, a bummer if I can't do it. Well, okay, that worked. So it barely just made it. Now, these little dead fill spots, I'm going to just throw an extra piece of bubble wrap in it. I kind of want them to be above the highest piece of whatever I'm shipping. So even if I lay it on top, and that's actually, I'll put another layer. I am wasting a lot of bubble wrap. You don't have to bubble wrap. You could use newspaper. It's just, I feel safer knowing that it's bubble wrap on there. And then squeeze it up and seal it. You can probably figure this out on your own. Now, what the problem is, I'll put a couple more in. That's all shipped and ready to go, or packaged and ready to go. Okay, so we packaged the box. There it is, all nice and ready to go. And now the shipping part. Most people that are beginners will probably just take that straight to post office and have them weigh it and give you the shipping rate. That is where it's going to cost you the most. If you do that, it's going to bite you in the butt. Alright guys, so sorry this is so dark. With eBay, you'll be ready to ship and you have that all packaged, and then you get to the post office, they weigh it, and they're like, $25. That's what you owe. And you're like, shit. They only paid me $17, and you get screwed over. So I've done this a couple times. What I did almost immediately after doing it the first time was get a scale. This is an Accutech. It was actually like $4 cheaper because I got the gold one. It looks pink. It's a scale, and I don't care. It was cheaper, and that's got good reviews. I'll link that in the description below if you need a scale, but I would highly recommend it. So once you get the scale and you weigh your stuff out and you're ready to go, you measure it and weigh it. So this is actually something every beginner should be doing before you even list the item, because then you know exactly how much it's going to ship for. And I'm on the computer here. That you didn't know that. So I do 1 to 3 days as far as that's how long it's going to take me to get it out. I normally get it out within a day. I'll pack it that night and ship it the next day. But I give myself that 2 days extra just because. So when you go to print shipping label, which is on here, and I'll try to get in here for you. So this is your sold stuff. These are all my sold items. This is a big one. This one I sold for $24.99. He paid $15.10 in shipping, which honestly I think I'll get pretty close to that. This is my problem. I did not do what I just said to do by weighing it out, packaging it, knowing what I'm shipping it for. So I threw a random number in 12 by 12 inches by 8 inches, which I already know my package is 14 by whatever, and 6 pounds. So they paid me $15.10 based on those measurements. So you can see down here, hopefully, it's changed weight and dimensions. Once it's sold and ready to go, you can still change it, so it's not ever too late. I actually know I messed up because I didn't, and this was on purpose. So it's not on purpose. It was just laziness. But I figured if this came up and I sold it, that this is like probably the most common mistake made by beginners like myself. So I got 20 by 14 by 9, and hopefully it's not 6 pounds. Okay, so it's blurry, but zeroed out. This scale's cool because it's got battery operation. Oh, okay. So like I said, I always shoot to be on the safe side, so I'll just do 5 pounds, 7 ounces. And even though he paid me 14 or 15 for shipping, this is going to cost me $24.28 to ship. So yeah, he paid me $24.99 plus $15.10 to ship it, and I got $40.09 over here. So he paid $15.10. So I'm still making money on this. Those tech deck, somebody actually gave them to me, so that's pure profit. If I can do math, yeah. So, or just under 16. So, like for me, that worked out. I've had deals that did not work out like that. It's just part of the game. If you like I said, you have to get this you have to get the scale. Otherwise, you can't really calculate shipping costs before you go out and start shipping stuff at the post office or whatever. eBay even gives you a discount. Like my discount for that one was $7.42. So that's just like the big packages. Don't let those big packages ruin your day, because they will. Just make sure your pricing's right. That's what all those big YouTubers for eBay are telling you about pricing. It's like, if you screw up, and like I luckily put a price on there that still covered the shipping costs, and that's in my mind, what he paid for shipping was what I was going to make for profit, and it turned out that's kind of exactly what it was. So everybody wins for this particular deal, because I feel like it's about an hour's worth of work total, and that's $15 an hour, which is actually more than I make per hour right now. So yeah. The next item is, so I actually sold these shoes, they're Keen sandals. They're in really good condition, and anything Keen that you get, and it's going to be autofocus, I don't have autofocus, anything you get Keens, these, just make sure they're in good shape, test them out, make sure there's nothing falling off of them. But once you do that, once you make sure your Keens are in good shape, like, they're going to sell. And I like the quick flip stuff, so I took, I think, what did I take on these? $19.99 maybe? Make $10 quick. Because I think I paid $9.99 for them. Maybe less. Whatever. I won't pay more than $10 for shoes, so I know it was at least $10. These are actually pretty easy to ship. I could actually just bubble wrap these and throw them in a poly bag. Okay, so because these are sandals, I don't feel like they're gonna cause the person too much harm if I don't put them in a box. So actually, you know what? This box that these are sitting on right here, that's a priority mail shoe box. And you know what? I'm gonna ship them the way I've been shipping shoes, because then you guys can see how I do it. So normally I actually won't even bubble wrap shoes. What I do is I just throw them in these poly bags, and you can get them on eBay or Amazon, doesn't matter. Just find whatever deal works for you. I usually buy like 200 poly bags at once. They work quite well for like poop bags for dogs, shipping stuff. So if you bubble wrap and throw them in a poly bag, nothing wrong with that. I feel personally the box, even though it adds a little weight, just looks better. That's worth it to me. When I get packed poly bags in the mail, it's just like a little cheap, you know, it's like a little, depending on the item, I guess. I just put them in there, every kind of shoe I do, I put them in their own poly bag, and then I throw them in one of these. These are free from the post office. They are, what are they, 15 by 6 by 8, kinda. Those are like the rough sizes. They call it the priority shoe box, and it's just, I mean, once you tape it up, tape roll is like lopsided. So once you, like, these are designed. So these shoe boxes from the post office were designed to carry boxes of shoes. So I just feel like it's the right size. If it's a little big, I mean, this particular order, I mean, I definitely don't need something this big to put 2 little pairs of sandals in, or just 1 pair of sandals. But when that person gets it in their mailbox or wherever they get it, they're gonna see that this is, or they're gonna see this box with the label on it. And I just feel like getting this box in the mail versus just the poly bag, that makes a big difference. It just does. I buy these. I don't buy these. These are free. So like, why not use them? So if you're penny pinching and you want to save every little ounce, all you need is a knife, and you can just go ahead and cut down to wherever the product is on all 4, right? And then you just fold the flaps in. You guys are gonna just pretend that I cut that. Doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna make a tiny little cut, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm going about, I don't know, 1.5 inches maybe down, and just try to match it up to the other side. That's gonna make a big difference. If you can't match it, then it's just not gonna look as good when it folds. So then all you're literally doing is folding it. So these boxes are pretty thin, and normally with the thicker boxes, I'll actually make a little perforation so it folds like on the crease that you just made. Otherwise it's rounded sometimes. But this is changing the size of the box, and it still looks really good. This box is going to weigh the same because I didn't actually cut off any extra, but it now fits the shoes a little better. And when I type in the dimensions of the box itself, I saved about 1.5 inches on total width. Honestly, like for this weight and this shipping package, I don't feel like it's gonna make a huge price difference for me whether I did this to the box or not. Sometimes it does, especially for that box I just did, that big one. I would have, if I had room to spare in that box, I was shaving it off, because I know just 1 inch on those big boxes makes a difference to save it on. But yeah, so that's now a very clean looking box, and I don't care if it rattles around. They're in bubble wrap, they're sandals, it really doesn't matter. So that's item 2. So the third thing is actually this, it's kind of a vintage Elmo truck, and it's got these little rattler toys with it, which these are like super sturdy. This has a moving part, so that's not sturdy. I think that's how I'll ship it right here. Just like click it down. Always just like take the most precaution. I found a vintage Marks action figure, and it was like a $31 sale. I paid $7 for it. I made a big profit on it, and I shipped it, and it broke in the mail. And the guy was cool about it. Like, he just accepted the refund or whatever, and that just sucked. So like from now on, I make sure anything like this that's got these moving parts, that I package them really safely. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna dismantle it. So it's in a bunch of pieces, and like this guy, this arm, this can break off. So what I'm gonna do is just wrap the crap out of it in bubble wrap, right? Like the key is the key is not to let stuff get broken in transit, because like you did everything on your part. Like you packed it, you shipped it, and if it gets to that person broken, their first thought isn't that the post office broke it. Their first thought is going to be that you sold them some broke shit, and that's just human nature to think that. So I feel like that should do for those. And then Elmo himself,
Your job is too big for Elmo.
He works. Tested. That's how you know it was tested. You want everything to arrive safely, and it's just like, if it doesn't, you're gonna be bummed, because whatever you paid for it at the thrift store is or wherever you got it from, whatever you paid for it, and then whatever they paid you for it plus shipping, like that's all done. Like, and honestly, like the stuff that I've shipped that ended up broken, like they sent pictures. As long as I could confirm that it was broken, not like a scam or something, which none of the items I really had broke were worth a ton of money, but you just like want to double check. As long as they prove that it was broken and whatever. Oh no. I'm at the end of my tape roll. It sucks. Literally cannot. It sucks. I go through like way too much tape. It's just one of those costs that you have to be aware of when doing eBay, is like shipping costs. Shipping costs don't just include the fees that you ship stuff with. And I know I'm out of focus, I can see from here. So when you ship stuff like the Elmo or anything, like when you ship stuff, you're gonna like want to make sure that that sucker is packaged as best as you can package it. I can't finish this last item just because I ran out of tape, and I'm not gonna use like Scotch tape on something, but I do have to ship that tomorrow. But anyway, the big one is what I wanted to show the most. So that's like the shipping. Like, so you want to get a scale, and you want to get make sure you do that measuring thing before you start doing like big packages. They're gonna weigh more than you think, and they're gonna cost way more than you think to ship them, and it's just gonna bite you in the butt. So it's done to me a few times. I ended up actually still making some money on that last one, but like imagine if I paid money for it, then that gets subtracted too, and it's a bummer. If you don't have a printer, you're gonna have to do it at the post office anyway, or somewhere that you can bring the PDF of the shipping label or something. I don't know how you have to figure that out. If you do have a printer, you can buy the sticky 8x11 legal size the label paper. That's what I do, just because you can cut them out. It's a sticker, done, and it's all gravy. You don't have to though. You can just tape. You can print it regular paper and just tape it on. As long as it's not tape over the barcode, you should be all good. I've done that too. But yeah, so that's how you ship. That's how beginners ship for eBay. Hopefully this video wasn't just like droning on. Let me know anything else that you'd like to learn that I'm learning. I'd appreciate some feedback. Let me know. Thanks for watching. Luke out. Luke deuces. Let's sell some stuff on eBay. What are you doing?